Hello guys, my name is Max from Nairobi Insight Media Group. Our story today is about Farouk Kibet, President Ruto's most trusted friend. In a world full of snakes and betrayers, life has constantly showed us that all ambitious men need a loyal henchman who'll remain with you for better for worse. Men like Dem of the famous TV series Blacklist, whose price is loyalty and nothing else. As for President Ruto, there hasn't been a man who has remained true to him ever since he set foot into the political scene in 1992 like Farouk Kibet. Unknown to the common folk but famous in political circles, Farouk is loved and feared almost in equal measure by his friends and colleagues because of his dedication in delivering his boss's instructions. Once you see Ruto, he's always in the background. Something that had been the normal since the two first met as young lads at a camp in the Moi era. They were both young politicians from Eldoret, but unlike Ruto, who had just cleared his studies at University of Nairobi, Farouk had only a primary school education from Chepmel Primary School. However, through hard work, he earned his stripes up politics by playing as a great youth mobilizer. He was literally the man on the ground and local KANU leaders loved him. Moreover, he wrote articles in support of the KANU regime in local dailies, something that made him an asset when the YK92 faction was formed. So Ruto, straight out of university, and Farouk, straight out of the ground, met under the pupillage of politics of Moi. They were taught the corrupt game by lecturer Cyrus Jirongo of YK92, delivering the votes Moi needed in defeating the overwhelming opposition he faced. However, the two would later lock horns in '97 when their personalities striked each other after. Ruto, being the ambitious chap he is, decided to vie for a parliamentary seat back at home Eldoret North in 1997, going right against Farouk's local godfather who had put him on. This left Farouk with no option but to oppose him because loyalty is his currency of trade. The two went head-to-head like bulls during the 1997 elections, where the race was as tight as Man City Arsenal title race, but since Ruto represented the face of youth leadership against an old Farouk's godfather, he defeated them, becoming the new MP. However, he felt the pressure, and he knew it wasn't safe having such a great political mobilizer on the opposing side. So with his silver tongue, Ruto convinced Farouk to switch sides with talks of how much the two could achieve together since they were young bloods, and Farouk signed his loyalty to him. The two formed a tag team as strong as Undertaker and Kane, which made Farouk Ruto's right-hand man, the next coming tier. He became Ruto's ears and mouth on the ground, a man who defended the young parliamentarian everywhere with zeal. Unwavering support that prompted Ruto to play by the book of loyalty by paying his dues to Farouk via helping him clinch nomination at the Warring County Council as councillor from 1997 to 2003. Now the two friends were earning, one as MP, the other as councillor. Sadly, the tenure of Farouk ended in 2003 due to the end of KANU regime, but his loyalty had remarkably impressed Ruto, who brought him closer to him by making him his personal aide. This is because he knew that in politics friends come and go, but Farouk would never leave. So as early as when ODM was being formed in 2006, Farouk was the right hand for Ruto, who was now eyeing national politics by declaring his presidential bid. And also scouting for potential local leaders who'd come to the aid of Ruto once he set his sight for the presidency. He identified Oscar Sudi, Akisa, and Merkamin, who were young Turks, and molded them for future as Ruto's soldiers, who helped Ruto become a successful politician and were rewarded accordingly. Sudi has been an MP for years. Akisa was a cabinet secretary, and Merkamin is now a transport cabinet secretary. However, his overindulgence in mobilization during the contested 2007 elections got him into hot soup after William Ruto was indicted at ICC for the post-election violence, and his name featured. He was mentioned as Ruto's mobilizer in Eldoret by witnesses, but gladly the two were exonerated from the international court after witnesses mysteriously started disappearing. However, trouble would still follow them where they went because our fave ex-whistleblower, Kibet, was always on their ass, also revealing that Farouk was the man who was used by Ruto during the NYS scandal, which was confirmed by and Waiguru and Farouk himself, who said the money was for a Harambee, which Ruto is known for, but nothing could be done to him since he was the closest to the DP, leaving Kenyans hopeless, calling for his arrest online. Kenyans on X raised their voices, but nothing happened, because so close is their relationship that he's the only one who can give you permission to see Ruto. Something elected leaders complained about, calling him a dictator. However, Ruto defended him as a good hands man who organizes work well. Something that was confirmed during elections when he ordered Millicent Omanga to twerk for the crowd's excitement and stopped leaders from dancing with Ruto, a strictness that made Ruto the president because Farouk was the official planner of his campaign, as confirmed by his men. They followed his command because he was always on the ground, and if you attended a UDA rally, you must have seen him in his element giving leaders instructions, so when you see him talk, just know where his loyalty lies, because if you try to cross him, you'll find yourself in the shoes of Akisa. Please subscribe for more videos.